Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good today. And another tax one. I know it's boring. But so I got given a bunch of spreadsheets. I've done like a sample of what I got because I can't show people's data on here. That would be unethical. So I had a bunch of tabs and they all had different dates, but I haven't bothered changing them. So my tabs just say sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4. So you can see all the, I guess, statements have the same sort of format, but different dates and different amounts. And I wanted to get all the information that I wanted on the first page. So what I wanted to do was get the total sales from each tab and the debtors from each tab, and then I wanted to work it out for a period of time. I was doing GST, so it was April till September, but for this one I'm just gonna do January to June, and then July till December. Okay, so let's go into the first thing that I wanted to do was to get all the tabs. So if I'll just insert some rows here. So I wanted to get the name of each tab that I had down the bottom here, and it wasn't, the tabs that I had weren't like easy to just sheet 2, 3, 4, which I would easily be able to just drag down. They were kind of weird tab names. So what I did was I went to View, scroll down, Navigator, and then you can drag this along and go look at the sheets, and you can just select them and drag them down here. And then I just put, so each of the tabs represented a different month in this case. So I just had the first and second month of like January, February, and then if I drag down, do March, all the way to November. And then, so what I wanted to do is I couldn't do a vlookup, because if you look at this, I wanted to get, okay, what's the total sales for this month? And usually when you have a vlookup, it looks up, so this, if this total sales was over here, it would be fine, because I could say vlookup total sales and tell me what's in this column next to it. But because it was to the left of it, that formula doesn't work, which is a bit of a pain. So instead I used one called, it's a combination of using the index formula along with the match formula. And I'll just show you where I got that from, if I can find it. So I have a link here. Here, this is it. Copy. Okay, so we look here, I'll put all the links in the description too. So it explains how you use index. So the index will just return the cell value from a range, and the match will tell you which row to the match function. So here you can see the match function gives us which row. Match this from B11 to B22, and it says the fourth one, 1, 2, 3, 4. See? So that's how match works. So when you combine index and match together, you can basically tell it, okay, I want to get the information, the output I want it to be from. So for in this instance, it's between B16 and B27, B16 all the way down to B27. It's any of those customer names, and then the match will tell you which row I want to get it from. For this one, it's saying so customer ID this, so it'll look at it and it'll say, oh well, that's on the second one, and we'll so the match will say 2 out of all of this group, so the second one out of the group, and it'll get Digital Media Inc. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. So that's an example there that I use. And so here I'm getting index. I'm looking at sheet 2 CC, so sheet 2 CC. So I want to get something from whatever's in this column, and which row do I want to get? And I want to get the row that matches I1. So I1, which is here, total sales. So when I find total sales, I want to get whatever's next to it on that row. So total sales is here, so I'm going to want to get something from the C column, 1850. So I hope that makes sense. And so I wanted to do that for all of these. With my other sheets that I got given, it wasn't always on C13, so the answer might have been, it was all on the same column, but it might not have necessarily been right there, because sometimes there were more entries, so it might be down at C15 or C16. So, but the total sales was always next to it on the other side, so that's why I use the index match command. But the thing was I wanted to do it for every single sheet, and I couldn't be bothered typing it all in and typing it all out each time. So I just made a text of the command. So the equals symbol is for a formula, and then I just put in some string here, and then the and sign, which will concatenate whatever's in B3, so that's sheet 2, and then another and sign, and then this string, and then another and symbol, and this whatever's in this cell again, and then another and symbol, and then this string. So because these parts of the string are going to be the same, and then when I press enter I get the actual formula, which is this formula here. So if I drag this down, I've got all of these ones with the different sheets, so I don't have to type it in each time, and then I can just copy it, and then I go here and then paste special unformatted text. So once you do that and press OK, and then you've got the formulas put in there, and then if I go insert column before, so I want to put bad debtors here. So because I've moved this total sales along, if we look here, the formula's changed from I to J. So it's this formula still works looking at total sales, but now that I put bad debtors in the I1 cell, I can just copy the same command again and paste it. Whoops, paste special unformatted, and there we go, we've got all the bad debtors, so that's great. And now the next thing I wanted to do, now that I've got the totals that I want from each sheet, I wanted to get all of this, I wanted to add up all the ones for different dates, and for what I was trying to do before with my customer was to get their GST, so it was from the 1st of April to 30th of September, but I'm just going to do a SUMIFS statement for the 1st of January to the 30th of June, and then from the 1st of July to the 31st of December. Oh, what's that? So there's something wrong with that one. So we've got here, this is getting SUMIFS, so this part is the sum range. Oh, okay, so I see what's the problem. So the sum range should be G3 to G13. And then the range that I'm going to look at is the date range, so it's A3 to A13, and then the second, and that's looking at the date that's, so any date greater than this one in A19, and then the next criteria is any date from this group here, A3 to A13, that's less than or equal to B19, which is this end date here. So that should be good. And then so I haven't put a, you see the dollar signs in front of these? Not putting a dollar sign in front of the G means that if I drag it across, it should go to, if I drag it across this way, it should look at the H's. Is it? So yeah, so it's gone from G to H. Now what's the problem? So it should be H3 to H13, that's fine. And then we're looking at A3. So for some reason, oh, I think I know. So this should be, yeah, so this should be A19, which is the start date, and then B19, which is the end date. So you just have to look at your formula and see what might be going wrong, and then it should be able to just go down. Yeah. So I hope that's helpful for anyone that has to do, whoever gets lots and lots of tabs, statements, Excel spreadsheets, and you can use this solution. It may not be the best solution, but it will save you some time, and there's probably better ones out there. But yeah, LibreOffice, you can do a lot of the same things that you can do with Excel, and obviously it's open source, so that's always a benefit. So I got an Excel spreadsheet from the customer, and I just saved it as a .ods, and no problems. But sometimes there are, but yeah, I didn't have any problems this time with it, which was great. So I hope everyone's having a lovely day. I hope everything's going good for you guys. And yeah, have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.